What's up, my friends? How you doing? It is Saturday. It's the long weekend. I'm having a good time, and we are here to talk in this live stream about why Magic is losing out to other TCGs and also to play Grand Archive Plinko. So that's what's on the agenda for the evening. First things first, let us share the live stream link. It's a long weekend because Thanksgiving's on Monday here in Canada, and I'm already cooking out, yo. All right, so let's share the live stream link. Bum, ba, da, da, da. Bum, ba, ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba, ba, ba. Okay, I just said live on YouTube. Good enough, close enough. It's all good. It is all good. There we go. So, let's do some hellos. What up, Kentucky, Gossett, Jess, Corner, Guffy, Aldini, Teferi, Zircon, Dunn, Heavy Metal, Jojo, Gerthulu, Ned, Yamagoro, Pyre, Ralph, Pinchak, Shelton. I think I got everybody. I think if I didn't, hello to the people that I didn't get. Hope you've been having a fun October. We're getting closer and closer to Halloween. So I got some random Halloween crap scattered around. Look at the creepy little baby skull. It's just some randomness. Just some randomness, but I like it. I like it. So, wait, Yamago, you had to try like 4 different times of loading the stream to get it to work? That's annoying. That's annoying. Jess, yeah, Magic is losing players to a bunch of different games. That's what we're here to talk about. That's what we're here to talk about, right? I mean, just out of the gates, Pokemon crushes Magic the Gathering. They have a way bigger market share. And Magic the Gathering is all that, like, the Magic the Gathering brand just creates the card game. That's it. The Pokemon brand creates a billion things. It's not even, like, and yet they dominate just in the card area of things. Like, if you look at that TCG card simulator that I was playing, 2 days ago? Yesterday? Was it yesterday? Whatever. I don't know. Time is blending, right? It's getting all, what do they say? The Doctor Who, it's getting all timey-wimey, that kind of stuff. So, anyways, that game, guess what? It's got simulated Pokemon, not Magic. And when I describe Magic to adults who don't know what it is, the literal fastest way to describe it is to go, Pokemon cards? It's like that. It's like that. But you can say, but for adults or whatever, Pokemon cards are for kids. Magic cards are for adults. You know what I mean? Not like, sure, teens, whatever. But you get what I'm saying. That's the simplest way to describe it. There's almost, like, I've never asked an adult when they're like, Magic cards, what are that? I have never gone, do you know what Pokemon cards are? And had somebody go, no. Like, every person I've ever asked knows what Pokemon cards are. A lot of people don't know what the hell Magic cards are. That right there is one big indicator of who is actually the bigger game, right? Like, that's straight up. That's straight up. Jojo, Magic basically has lost you. You're looking for a new one, but you haven't found anything you like. That's the situation certain people are in. You have people who are currently in limbo trying to find the new TCG that's going to ignite their passion. That is not uncommon. Guffy, you quit Magic around Midnight Hunt and you just keep up with it vicariously via YouTube. Fair enough. Just want to know what's going on with the game. Gerthulu, you'll play Magic if someone else wants to, but as far as competitive stuff, One Piece and Digimon is all you do now. Right? People are going to have all kinds of different games that they mention. What up, Millmaster? I mean, think about all the different card games that pop up and disappear. Think about the ones that actually managed to stick around for a while. Force of Will, Flesh and Blood. Like, there's all these smaller, more niche ones. There's all kinds of different games taking a bite out of Magic's player base as Magic just gets greedier and lazier and sloppier. You know what I mean? Millmaster and Juggling, what's going down, boys? What's up? What's up? Error, it was yesterday? Fair enough. How many would know MetaZoo cards? Nobody. Nobody. Jess, oh yeah. If Google's telling you Magic is the number one card game, Pokemon crushes it every day of the week. Every day of the week. I don't like Pokemon. I have no interest in it. But their market share is undeniable. Undeniable. That's the reality of it. You know? You don't hear game store owners going, you know, I'm starting to reduce the amount of Pokemon that I'm getting. I'm pulling away from Pokemon because I don't like what's going on with that. Pokemon just always sells. It just always sells. Magic now is here's a new product every 7 weeks. Like, even good products don't have a chance to breathe and accrue a bunch of sales. Bloomburrow was a banger set, but it got like 7 weeks, and now Duskmourn's like, I'm the new boy in town, and Foundations comes out next month. Get out of my way, Duskmourn! I'm the new guy in town. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Like, Wizards of the Coast has focused on Commander and casual players, which is the most nebulous base, but you can already see that they're regretting it. They're bringing back core sets in the form of Foundations and making this one 5 years long bare minimum. It's ridiculous. MG, I agree with you. Magic is in a weird place, bro. 100%. The commitment to sets and worlds is more shallow. That is a good way to describe it, honestly. It genuinely is. Hard to compete with the largest media franchise in the history of ever. Pokemon is a juggernaut, let's be real. What up, Drumium? Drunkle, your LGS has weekly Pokemon, Sword Girls, and Cookie Run. You would best get 4 players for Magic. I was out at the game store last night to scope out how many people were coming out. And the answer is, for Magic, not very many. Not very many at all. I came in and there was a bunch of people in there. And I'm like, what are they doing? And then I'm like, Lorcana, this table. 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 I found 1 Magic player in the store. And then by the time I was leaving, there was 6 Magic players. And it was just like, they might get a standard event to fire off. So, Magic, Wizards of the Coast likes to pretend Magic is doing great right now and everything's amazing, but the reality is multiple sets this year have been huge failures that have caused the distrust of the player base and retailers and distributors. So they've damaged all kinds of different levels. Secret layers and other methods have been undercutting LGSs. Wizards took all the LGS players into Standard and then closed the door to anything other than Arena being a way to onboard unless you want to do Commander, which is incredibly more complex and demanding to be able to start with that. Like, they basically shut the door to new players and stuff. It's wild. They did all kinds of crazy shit that only crackheads who are interested in short-term gains and aren't paying attention to the damage they're doing to the game. That's the only way that you can end up with that, bro. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Roxy, you know what? Final Fantasy and Marvel are going to do well, but I don't see him crushing Pokemon in numbers at all. The biggest, best Magic sets aren't going to beat Pokemon sets. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. There's definitely going to be people who like Final Fantasy and Marvel a hell of a lot more than they liked Markov Manor and Thunder Blast Butthole. But can't deny the power of Pokemans. What up, Kanka? I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing? Marcus, you're a Pokemon player who started to play Magic instead because you don't like what's going on with Pokemon? Well, that's cool, but that doesn't change overall that Magic is shedding players to all kinds of different games. That's just the reality of it. That's the way it's going, man. That shit's undeniable. When you are out there and you see what's going on in the world, it's a different story and everyone's online. I like this set and everything's amazing and going good. But is it though? Is it? Have you talked to game store owners? Have you seen how hard it is to decide how much of each product to order? Wizards want you to get into a new standard set every 7 weeks, bro. It's insane. Once upon a time, it was like every 4 months. And then one year, they're like, okay, we put out Cold Snap and we put it in there too. And then they went, okay, guys, we got the message. There's too many sets in standard now, so we're going to dial it back. I know this sounds insane for anybody who's new. It's like, wait, Wizards got the feedback that they were making too much and dialed it back? Yeah, that's what happened. They admitted it was too much and they dialed it back. And now it's, let's just cram as much as we can. Let's turn this into a big old hot dog crammed with whatever. Oh. Yeah, I heard Yu-Gi-Oh is just crashing and burning. I heard Yu-Gi-Oh is the biggest dumpster fire out of the known card games from what I've heard. But I also don't pay any attention or care about Yu-Gi-Oh because it's fucking irrelevant to me. You know what I mean? It's not as big as Pokemon, so Yu-Gi-Oh just exists as far as I'm concerned. Also, it has the worst card quality I've ever fucking seen. The one guy at the one game store showed me, he's like, okay, this is how bad the cards are. And he just grabs like, where's a random card? He just grabbed a random card and he just went like this above the counter and dropped it. And it just fucking bent the corner. And I was like, bro, these are the quality of cards you would get out of cereal boxes. Like, that Yu-Gi-Oh is a fucking joke. It's a joke. Jess, yeah, you can't always trust Google. Also, beware search engines nowadays because the stuff that they're doing, where they got AIs, hey, let the AI figure it out. And then it goes and reads articles from The Onion, which is a fucking parody site, and goes, oh, this is genuine information. So it's like, if you were to ask, well, I don't know, like, the exact time period, how long this lasted for, but if you were to ask Google, how do I get more minerals in my diet? It was like, if doctors recommend you eat 1 rock a day to get, like, eat rocks, like, genuinely eat rocks. So you can't always trust what you're seeing from the search engines. Kanka, rants, insights, they're pretty indecipherable. I mean, indistinguishable. You can decipher what I'm saying, but trying to figure out whether it's an insight or a rant, meh, where. Man. Does Yu-Gi-Oh have anything going for it except for the cards? Yeah, it had a show, right? It had a show with the guy with the big, goofy, spiky head of hair, and he wears this stupid fucking thing strapped to his arm that they put the cards on. It's like the lamest shit, man. Like, imagine if it's bigger than this, too. Imagine if you had to slap a book to your fucking arm, and it was just like, let's do or whatever, right? And it's like, you fallen into my trap. I trapped you with my trap. You've been trapified. Ho, ho, ho. You shouldn't have fucking stepped leftwards and told your dragon to sneeze. Which, trapped. Let's duel. Don't trust my one-eyed white dragon. It's coming for your mouth. You've fallen into my trap. My one-eyed white dragon has become rigid. I tap you with my engorged dragon. Oh, man. That's right, Yamagaro. AI overview is not trustworthy. 100%. 100%. So yeah, Wizards of the Coast has done a lot to alienate people, and that's caused them to leave the game as well, right? Like, some people are just going, the commander bans are a great recent example. That whole situation alienated a bunch of people where they're just like, I'm done. And now Wizards is taking over Commander, which is going to cause other people to have just say, nah, I'm done. I'm done. I've seen all the screw-ups Wizards done. I ain't happy with them being in charge of the rules committee. And then choices that Wizards makes that change the format will drive people away. Opening packs that have poor quality, paying 2 or 3 times the price of a box of other card games, and not feeling like you're getting your value. Completely unbalanced formats where decks are winning on the fucking second turn in Standard. And just insane power creep, forced rotation. There's so many different things that Wizards is doing wrong at this juncture that it's causing people to go to other games. And like when you look at the card quality of other games, I was playing Grand Archive today with my buddy, and the cards are so nice. They're bright and they're vivid. They're not shittily printed. The foils are nice. The whole thing isn't a fucking scam. They sell their starter decks for reasonable fucking prices. Here you go. Here's the whole deck, right? And all of it. And you still get the booster packs and whatnot. So there's just so many other games that are doing it better, you know? Pinchak in Philly, get yourself a cheesesteak, big boy. So yeah, pretty much every other card game that I see has better quality. Even the fucking boxes. Like there's been a number of different games like Sorcery. Sorcery, the actual deck boxes for the beginner starter set of decks or whatever, they're amazing. They feel great, they look great. They're not just going the cheapest garbage possible, right? Whereas Wizards has just looked at how to cut costs and how to crank up production, but at the sacrifice of overpowering the game, speeding things up to an unacceptable degree, us ending up with poor quality stuff, and them just not caring, man. You know? It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Hasbro is in a desperate situation. So they're basically like, yo, we don't really care what happens to this game. Like, we just want the money now. And so they've made a ton of crazy decisions that, like, they totally sacrificed Paper Standard. They totally sacrificed it. They did nothing to support it. They cut away the Pro Tour so you didn't have that aspirational level. And the highest level of the Pro Tour was you'd be better off just having a fucking minimum wage job. You'd be making as much or more than the pros because they're making fuck all doing that shit. But at least it was something people could aspire to. Wizards cuts all the coverage for that. They start coming after LGSs with the secret layers and all the equity fucking extraction shit. And then they strong arm them into giving all their players onto Arena during the pandemic through the whole, you want to keep your WPN status, you got to get people playing in online tournaments on Arena and stuff. And so they completely gutted physical Standard, which was the gateway. That was the gateway for everything in Magic. Standard was the most important thing. Get Standard right, everything else flows from that. Standard is the chalice of life that flows to everything else. And then Wizards went, fuck that. Piss in that chalice. We want it to go everywhere. Piss in the chalice so it sprays on every format. And it's like, what are you talking about? Standard sets have to have cards for Modern and Commander. Wait, what? But that's gonna fucking unbalance Standard. We don't give a shit. Fuck you. This is Fire Design. Eat our asses with a spoon, motherfucker. So they bring that shit in, and then predictably keep making busted ass insane fucking nonsense that needs to be banned, but they take forever to ban it because they're like, this card's not a problem, buy some more boxes of it. This card's not a problem, buy some more boxes. Oh, we don't have any more boxes? Guys, we just realized this card that you've been saying is a problem for a year is a problem. We're banning it. We're doing a great job. Meanwhile, check it out. Here's the One Ring, guys? Here's the thing. We know the One Ring is in a lot of decks. We know that. But we're not going to ban it because it can go in even more decks. That's one of my favorite ban announcements. Because normally they go, hey, this card is showing up in problematic numbers across a bunch of different decks because it's colorless. It can go into every deck. It's causing real problems. And for that reason, Smuggler Copter is banned. For that reason, like all these different cards, right? And then they come along with the One Ring and they're like, the One Ring is played in a lot of decks, but we're not banning it because it can go into more decks. What? It's like, listen, we got the Lord of the Rings license for 2 years. So if you think we're banning this shit while we're printing it, suck some hobo's toes, bro, because fuck you. That's how that goes. What up, Kenny? You got yourself some Flesh and Blood Blitz decks, a set of 4. You got a storage box and playmat for like $60. There you go. There you go. Magic's not going to be that generous. They're not going to be that generous. But at least now they're making some actual beginner products again, which they haven't done for years because they're fucking idiots. MG, how can you be shocked that Wizards and Hasbro won't put code cards for Arena in their packs? Like they don't want you to get that shit for free. They're already trying to figure out how to crank the average amount of money that people spend on Arena, because the average player only spends $75 a year on Arena, according to the stats that I saw a while ago. It might have actually gone down. I doubt it's going up, because Wizards has struggled with Arena as well. They were going to make that the place to go for pro play, but they bungled that because they didn't give you a route onto the Pro League. How you get out of the Pro League? What? You pick people for the Pro League, right? Yeah. So how do we get onto the Pro League? What? Like, that was it. And then they finally went, wait, okay, you need a path to get onto the Pro Tour League, Pro League thing? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to create the Rivals League. What's the Rivals League? We picked a bunch of people. We picked like 20 people and we put them in this league. Okay. So how do you get on the Pro Tour? Get in the Rivals League. How do you get in the Rivals League? What? Meet the demographics we're looking to bolster. Like, what? What? Okay, we have a route now. And then they're like, why aren't we the biggest thing in the world? What the fuck? How come we're not dominating esports? We did nothing. We've done nothing like the other esports companies at all. Nothing. Nothing. We don't even have a separate client. We don't even have a separate client for the professionals to play on, so they don't have to deal with lags and we can rebuild games that crash instead. No, play on the same buggy bullshit server that everybody's stuck on. Like, what? What? You're all even on the same client, you crackheads? Fuck that. We're not doing this Pro Tour shit anymore. Shut it down. Shut it down. We're Hearthstone now. Put Alchemy into Historic. Fuck these people. Fuck you. I know we told you we were given a non-rotating format, but go cram rocks up your ass, dickhead. We're not doing shit for you. Historic is now a weird, rotating Alchemy kind of nonsense. And we just shoved it in there. And it's like, and then people started freaking out and quitting Arena. Like, wait, we know you want a non-rotating, rotating format, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that with Historic. We're not going to change that. Fuck you. We're going to make a non-rotating format, but you have to give us 6 years to do it. And it's just like, what? What? So they're fuck-ups, man. They're fuck-ups. They're like, yo, let's hop into Modern and force rotation too. Eat our dick holes, right? Scyther, yeah, I know, right? It's wild. Magic could be like the biggest TCG, and they're just like, meh, It's all short-term cash grab, bro. Short-term cash grab. This quarter is all that matters. It doesn't matter if the game is burnt to the ground tomorrow, as long as my hands are warm right now, right? Like, that's the idea. That's the idea. Ralph, yeah, I doubt that, buddy. I doubt that. If the average Arena player only spends $75, everybody being on Arena wouldn't be good for them, because it costs a shitload of money to make a Magic set. It costs like $1,250, $1,250 bare minimum for each piece of Magic art. So, nah, man. They make crazy money off of paper. Crazy money. If they didn't, they would already just fucking have everybody on digital by going, we're not making paper anymore. It's not profitable. Arena's a fucking drop in the bucket compared to what they make on paper. They can't sell $150 fucking nightmare bundles on Arena, bro. Nah. Paper is way too profitable. Way too profitable. Especially since they've doubled the price of everything, right? So, nah. If that was the case, they wouldn't care about revitalizing standard paper. They would just be like, screw it. We've got, like, Arena is where you go to play standard. This is the way we want it. If they really wanted it that way, they would do nothing to try and fix paper standard and make things more available. But they definitely are, right? They're leading new players into, like, Friday Night Magic standard events and stuff. They're not leading them into Commander. These new products are aimed at creating new competitive one-on-one players, not new Commander players. So they absolutely, like, they literally sent Aaron Forsyth out to be like, hey guys, why aren't people playing standard and paper? They absolutely want that cash. MG, do I think that things will improve when Hasbro goes bankrupt and Wizards get bought up as the only valuable asset? No. Nobody buys a fucking horse for their farm and then goes, you know what? I'm just going to spend a bunch of time feeding this horse and taking really good care of it and not making it work or anything. You can go and stay in the barn for a year, Becky. I love you. No, fuck you, Becky. Get hooked up to the plow and start plowing right now. You cost me money. You better make money. Whoever buys Magic is just going to squeeze it fucking harder, bro. It doesn't get better. It only gets worse. Godger, all the homies hate Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, Wizards of the Coast are greedy dickheads, bro. They're greasy, greedy dick bags. At least the people in charge. The people actually designing the cards and whatever stuck in the middle, they're fine. They're fine, right? They're fine. But the people making the actual decisions at the top, they fucking suck. That's it, Ralph. A bunch of people aren't stupid enough to blow their money on pixels on a screen, but they will blow their money on little cardboard rectangles. So they're going to keep printing that shit. This is where the real money is. Arena's just an offshoot, especially considering Wizards is incompetent in the world of video games, bro. 100%. Platinum, it's a multi-billion-dollar company. It's embarrassing. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Pin check. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. They definitely make way more money off of paper, bro. 100%. 100%. There's lots of people who don't spend money on Arena. Remember what I said? Average player spending $75 on Arena in a year. On paper, they're spending way more. Don't let your personal experience make you think everybody's like that, because that ain't the case. I'll never spend $1 on Arena. Not a fucking penny. Because to me, that's a fucking waste. Why the fuck would I give Wizards money for a buggy, shitty client? Like, I clicked on the store icon today, and I knew I had time to get up, walk over to where my watch was, unplug my watch, put my watch on, walk back and sit down, and the store wouldn't even be fucking loaded. Where you just sit there. Like, it's a buggy, shitty client. And as soon as Wizards isn't making enough money off of it, they'll either hand it off to another company or shut it down entirely. So I'm happy to play it as a free player, but I'll be fucked if I'm giving them a penny for that fucking garbage. Hell no, bro. Hell no. It costs 25 cents. After all the art costs and everything are paid, it costs 25 cents to make a Magic card booster, friends. 25 cents. You can make a collector booster for 25 cents that retails for like $30. And you think that Arena's doing better than that? For real? For real? Nah. Wizards is making fucking... Wizards wouldn't be going, Lord of the Rings, best-selling set of all times, if it fucking came down to Arena. Do you think that Arena provided $200 million worth of sales for Lord of the Rings? You know what I mean? Like, Wizards has fucking crazy margins on the paper shit, and paper is what lets Arena exist, because they can just take the shit they already created, shove it onto Arena, and then any extra art that they have kicking around, they can just throw on alchemy cards, right? That's why alchemy is a random smish smash of slush art, bro. Cthulhu, yep, all the IP hopping does is it brings people in for the short term. It doesn't create, like, Magic had that harmonious swords and sorcery vibe for its entire history. And now they're just like, check it out, our new set's set in the world of Degrassi Junior High. Don't you want to learn to be open-minded about people who have AIDS? Don't you remember that episode from the 90s, guys? Where they're like, that one person has AIDS and you're still supposed to treat him like a person. Welcome to Degrassi Junior High. Life is tough as a teen. That's what our set is. And you're like, what? What? We had to insert a dragon, though, because it's the dragon arc. So, like, at one point, Degrassi Junior High gets attacked by a dragon, and he eats that dude in the wheelchair. Oh, no! Not Drake! Zircon, you'd think they'd fix the part that takes your money. That's the most telling part about how buggy it is, bro. It takes forever to load the place that you pay them money. And, like, they did a 9.5 gig update for Arena, and it's worse now. It's worse. You had to download 9.5 gigs, man. People were steaming over it. Steaming over it. Oh, my God. I've been playing Magic since the fucking open beta, right? And it's just gotten worse. It's gotten worse. Mailmaster, yeah, you know what? That's a reasonable theory. The IP tourists get pushed into Commander because they think the casual format will keep them around longer. Yeah, I happen to have 3 other people who play this shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. Pincheck, hell yeah, Arena's free if you know how to play Magic. 100%, bro. I have like fucking 9,500 gems, 560,000 gold, 12 draft tokens, fucking 100 mythic rare wild cards, 200 rare wild cards, hundreds and hundreds of common and uncommon wild cards, jumpstart token, and a fucking shitload of cards in my collection too. And about 200 unopened boosters sitting in my account as well. So, and that's spending nothing, son. Blue Cats, you'd love Degrassi. Of course you would. Okay, nah, they're not going to do that. See, they have... MTG already has that. You can collect a set on MTGO and then you redeem it, right? You redeem it and they'll send you the physical set. But they don't want anything like that. See, MTGO has an economy external from Wizards where you can use tickets to trade with other people. Wizards doesn't want any of that. They don't want you to be able to take anything out of the system. That's the whole thing. It's just like, no, fuck you, chase shit, dickhead. Buy wild cards. It's funny that that's something they added begrudgingly. We had an even worse system, but too many people left, and we had to make it slightly better, which is still shit. Yeah, sorcery is a good-looking game. Agreed. Agreed. Justin, yep, drafting is a very easy way to build up your gems and collection. And the great thing about drafting is even if you think that you suck at it, you can just play against other people, see what they kick your ass with, and then just do that yourself in the next draft. If those cards show up, you can be like, wow, that card kicked my ass. That's what happened. I hadn't been drafting in a long time. So I was just like playing in like, what was it? Like Corset 2019 or something like that. And I was getting just dummied like a number of times. And then I was like, why am I not paying attention to what's dummying me? That's the easiest way to figure out what matters in this format. Other people have already sorted it out. Let's fucking just let them show me. Oh, this stupid Pegasus keeps kicking my ass. But I always passed it by because I didn't think it was that big a deal. But the fact that it's a flyer and makes another one of your guys' flyers is bigger than it should. Because apparently I wasn't thinking about removal and evasion as the most important things to be paying attention to. I had forgot the important parts of bread. I mean, the bomb doesn't even need to be stated. Removal and evasion are the only things that matter. A and D are done. It's all just removal and evasion, removal and evasion, removal and evasion. And obviously grab any insane bombs that come by. It's as if MTGO does not exist. Well, yeah, I mean, Wizards handed it off to Daybreak Games. So they don't really do much talking about it. It's really tucked off on its own kind of side thing now, right? They've washed their hands of it. They get a cut of the profits that Daybreak makes, and that's it. Music, is it worth it to play Arena? For free, yes. For pay, no. First of all, asterisk up in the air. You're an adult. decide to do what you want to fucking do at the end of the day, right? Like, you make a decision on what your money is worth and how you want to do things. But for me, it's you may as well just be cramming your money into a homeless person's fucking butthole and then setting it on fire, because that's not helping anybody, right? You're just, well, I mean, I guess you're helping wizards. So if you want to donate some money to wizards, Arena is primed in a way to try and manipulate you into spending money. But you can totally play it for free. At first, it might test your patience a bit, right? Depending on what it is you want to be doing. But you can play for free. You can build a collection for free. Every day, play until you have like 4 wins. If you play until you have like 4 wins, then you'll get 550 gold. And there's a daily goal too, which is like cast 20 green spells or whatever. Do that goal, you get 1,000 gold a day. You got 2 options. You can spend that 1,000 gold a day to buy a pack. I don't like that option. Or you save up 1,000 gold, and every 5 days, you have enough gold to do a free fucking Magic draft, right? And so you're getting these rewards from playing Magic. People go, it costs your time. Well, so does playing any video game that you've bought then, just so you know. If your logic is Arena costs you time, so does Final Fantasy. So does watching a TV show. If you're doing it for entertainment and you're having fun and getting stuff for it, that's called fucking winning. You know what I mean? That's not, you paid with your time. Sure, I did. If you're playing and you aren't having fun and you're grinding to get imaginary currency that doesn't exist in a game, that's when you're fucking up. So every 5 days you can play in a draft. A draft will give you pretty much the same amount of packs as you would have got by spending the gold. You're guaranteed to get at least 4 packs. And the first 3 packs will be 15 card packs instead of 8 card packs. Plus, people might hand you rares and shit. Well, that's bots, right? So the bots don't hand that many rares. But you can save up 5,000 and do a bot draft, or 10,000 and do a player draft. It grows your collection. It gives you gems. There's midweek events every week, and most of them don't require you to have anything in your actual account already overall. So you can just play in those and grab extra rares for free. So you can play and decide if you're having a good time with it without spending any money. And I like that. I like that. I play every day. I don't really spend that much of my resources currently. Bloomborough, I grabbed things. I have Bloomborough sleeves. I got the Bloomborough Mastery Pass. I got the fucking... My avatar is literally Cruel Claw. I'm like, yeah, let's go. It's all... I played against somebody else today who had all Bloomborough stuff. And I'm like, yeah, Bloomborough versus Bloomborough. Let's go, bro. We got that goodness. Also, the Night Owl sleeves that I have... If you hover over the sleeve, he goes like this. But there's a bunch of edges of the other sleeve chunk. So if you run the mouse down, he'll spaz out with like 60 wings out. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. And I have the pet from the Mastery Pass too. But with Duskmourn, I haven't bought the Mastery Pass because I don't really care if I complete it or not or get the pets or anything from it. Like, it's not as big a draw to me. I'll just decide at the end of the season if I want to buy it based on how far I got along in it and my gems. So... You know, I've just been letting stuff build up. I never opened my Thunder Junction pack, so I've got like 90 some odd of those. I've got a ton of packs in my account that'll give me a bunch more, what's it called, wild cards too. Scyther, I mean, I feel like for some games it might be like you pay in money, you pay in time, maybe. But yeah, if you're enjoying the game, it seems confusing to me. And one thing I like about Arena is it has the 10 starter decks for the new players, right? So if you've got those, you can, like, I play that format a lot because the decks aren't fucking as insane. The games don't fly by quite as quick. And you know there's going to be 9 different other decks in the mix to play against. Whereas if I go into the standard queue, it's like, do you want to get 2 turns stomped by mono red? Or do you want to play whatever the current other mono red other than mono red deck is? It's like a 2-card format, it feels like most of the time when I go into the standard queue. So I do have a giant green tower that sometimes I'll go in there with, but ultimately, I mostly like the starter deck stuff. They're more enjoyable for me. Some used to feel guilty about playing games, like you should be doing something else, but somehow watching TV doesn't trigger the same guilt. Yeah, it's weird how that works, huh? Gerthulu, yeah, I wish the Bloomborough was a block and not a one and done set. The good news is Bloomborough did quite well, so it's very likely we will return to Bloomborough. What up, Purge? Oh, working that overtime and now it's time to head home. Well, that's always a good feeling. On the way home is a good. It's not quite as good as being home, but you know you're gonna get to relax. Castrilli, yeah, bro. Honestly, Magic's mechanics work well, so a lot of games just play off of that. That makes sense. It's like having video games that have similar mechanics you're used to, but aren't the exact same thing. There you go, music. Go in as a free-to-play player, bro. You can get like there's some codes. If you look online, there's some codes that if you type them in, they'll give you some free boosters and stuff to get you going as well. That's right, Scyther. You need some balance. If you spend all your time playing video games and not doing anything productive, that's no good either. Millmaster, yep. Magic should fill spaces in your ordered life. It shouldn't be a distraction from your disordered life. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alan, avarice is ultimately going to be the downfall of Magic? Yep. You're absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. Yeah, Platinum Jumpstart. Jumpstart's also a great format to play on Arena. It's the more limited stuff is what I tend to enjoy. That's for me, right? The constructed stuff I might get into if I wanted to try and grind for gold or gems. What up, Devo? How you doing, bro? Will Foundations save Magic? I mean, all on its own. No one set will damn or save Magic. But Foundations is a step in the right direction after many steps taken in the wrong direction. Giving players a new onboarding experience that isn't Commander, right? And setting up learning academies, getting them into the groove of playing in Friday at Magic Standard Showdown and stuff. That is how you get back to what used to work. So Foundations is a good step in the right direction, but Wizards is going to have to do more than that to undo the damage they've already inflicted. Ganja, you overspend on Magic. Yeah, well, I mean, I feel you on that. I watched my buddy buy multiple collector packs today, actually. He's just like, I'm going to crack a couple. He got an alternate art foil Valgavoth he was pretty happy with. But it is easy. It's easy to overspend on Magic, bro. 100%. I feel you on that. Opening booster packs is a lot of fun, too, so maybe not for everybody, but people with addictive personalities, and I'm one of them, get hooked into this kind of stuff, right? So for me, I like getting physical Magic cards. Arena, I'm not willing to spend on. MTGO was something I was willing to spend a bit of money on, and then I created full sets and got the money that I spent back out of the game, so my MTGO account was essentially free. And I went, okay, cool. All right, that's fine by me. But yeah, right now it's like physical cards, hell yeah. Arena, hell yeah, but only for free. Part of the strategy they have, rather than selling like pre-constructed starter decks, is they're having the stores have courses on how to build your own decks and where to go from there. So with roughly the contents of a pre-release kit, they start from there and then expand out. But they're not coming out with like straight up precons. But they do have the welcome decks as well. Alan, oh yeah, it's totally possible that Foundations is too little too late, right? Like I said, it's just one step. It's just one step in the correct direction. That's it. That's it. Oh, I just realized I had it on top chat instead of live chat. It doesn't let me see everything. It doesn't look like it Yeah. Okay, it looks like it's fine. Looks like it's fine. So yeah, Wizards of the Coast has a lot of competition. There's a lot of other games eating into their space, and people are having fun with them. And like Grand Archive, for example. I was having fun with my buddy today, muddling through how all the interactions and everything work. I'm playing, and he just did some crazy nonsense to me, and then I had some crazy nonsense right back. And we just had a fun time. It was chill. And they sell like tons of different starter decks that you can just grab. And the deck that I'm going to take to the championships is just like a modified precon, right? That's actually what won the last championships, was a modified precon. So I don't know how rocky the future for Magic's going to be 100%, but the choices that they've made have had compounding negative effects on the game that have hit different levels of the game. So you have a reality where Wizards of the Coast has lost a lot of goodwill across their distribution chain and their player base. And they're not bringing in more loyal players. They're bringing in more short-term individuals, you know? Marco, yep. Refocusing on standard. That's a big one. That's a big one. Yeah, MG, you're absolutely correct. For the last few years, there has been no entry product except for Commander. They just went, Commander is the biggest thing. And then they're like, we don't have to worry about nothing but Commander. And then they went, wait. You can't stop playing Standard and Paper and stuff. Hold on, we're going to make Standard 3 years in Paper. And it's like, why? Because we're desperate. We still have product to sell. I mean, because it makes the format better. It's going to be a 3-year format. But there'll also be sets we put out that last for 5 years or longer. And it's like, what even is this? What are you guys doing? Standard is forever now! How does that work? Well, this set's available for a week. This set's for a month. This set is available for the next 22 years. Oh, it's insanity. Refocusing on standard is one thing, Gerthulu, but Wizards has been actively power creeping every format, every single format at a heightened pace. Standard is overpowered. Modern gets new, every time a Modern Horizon set comes out, the plan is to have cards that are so powerful that they completely change the fucking meta. Right? That's Wizards' plan with each Modern set. It's not, oh, here's some fun toys we thought you would like. Oh, here, we're going to force you to build new decks because if you don't use this new shit, you're fucked. And bro, now that I've put it that way, that just makes me remember what destroyed Spellfire. Spellfire was a game me and my friends liked, but it had basically the equivalent of free Giant Growths. You would play these plus cards on your creatures that were free to play, and they would be like +6, +7, +9, +11. So like each set that came out just had bigger numbers on the card. Just bigger numbers. The cards were just straight up more powerful. Straight up more powerful. So you end up with, are you not playing the newest stuff? Well, get fucked then. And that does not keep people coming back. When the options are, buy something right now or get fucked and stop playing. People go, okay, I guess I'm done then. No, you're not allowed to do that. We're going to keep doing this. So they've done that with Modern. Standard is busted. And Commander has had power levels amped up to the point where literally the people in charge of Commander were like, games used to go to like 12 turns. Now they go to like 6 turns. Fast Man is a real problem. And Wizards created one of the problem cards in recent times intentionally. Mana Crypt, you can go, well, that was like a book promo from a million years ago. That wasn't designed in the current era, and that's just old, random, whatever. Okay, crazy, too good. But Jeweled Lotus, we made a Black Lotus for Commander. You know? It's crazy. It's crazy. Death Dog is sharing some arena codes. If you put those into your arena account, you get free boosters. That's it, Alan. Second turn win by mono red in standard. Absolutely. And Wizards isn't stepping in to do anything about it, which is totally wild. It's totally wild. All right, time for me to top up my water. Get some new ice cubes in it and stuff. So, intermission, friends. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. All right, I am back. I have refilled my water. Yep, Scyther, exactly. Every standard set, all the sets have to have cards for Commander. The new modern set, hey, check it out, we got a bunch of Commander decks to go with it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's what they're doing now. Clash, no Leyline ban, they just don't give a fuck. Correct, buddy, that's the reality. Thanks, Jugglem. How did Commander get elevated to the status? It got elevated to the status because Wizards went, they were at, like, Hasbro's like, what are the biggest group of Magic players? And Wizards went, casual players. And then they're just like, okay, so how do we classify them as a group? Well, they're all these different things. Just tell them it's Commander. Commander is, what's the casual format? Commander or kitchen table? Okay, Commander. It's all Commander. Everything's Commander. So every single casual player is a Commander player. And that's like all our player base. 95% of people don't even know what a Planeswalker is and all this other crazy shit. Like, their marketing research led them to just go, Commander's everything. And then it's just like, wait. But we thought if we focused on our biggest customer base that we would get the most money. And it's like, this existed. This entire gigantic market that you're talking about, the casual Commander thing, existed because of your previous system. That's what it grew up under. That's what fed it. The way you were doing things is what created this. So it's like this fucking magic fucking farm they had where all these crops grew. And they're like, oh my God, look at all these crops. They're just growing on their own. But they weren't paying attention to them. They're like, just, hey, cool, they're here. We'll harvest them, whatever, you know? And then one day they're just like, we gotta pay attention to those crops. They're the most important thing ever. So they go out every day and pour buckets and buckets of water on the crop. Crops need water. Crops need water. And then they just overwater them. And the crops start to rot and die. And that's what it is. That's what it is. It's constant attention. It's constant attention. And now this is our biggest format. Well, what do we do to get people to buy stuff for it? We got to make more powerful cards. We got to make more powerful cards. It's insane. That's right. That's right, Diligence. Plants love electrolytes. That's why they love Brondo. Heavy metal. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Hey, Shelton says, it's been an hour and no Plinko action. Slot 4, please. You got it. You know what? I forgot. We were doing Plinko. Let me show you the board first, bro, so you can actually decide. Although you'll probably still choose 4. Either way. I'll leave it up. I'll tell you what we got here, and then I'm going to put you up on the board. So, we've got on the outside, Alchemical Revolution. Then we've got Fractured Crown, Dawn of Ashes. But in the middle, we've got the special Recollection Edition of Mercurial Heart. These don't come in normal booster boxes. You can only get them in the special box set of Tristan and Sylvie, and only 3 in each. So there's only 6 of these packs in total, but these are the ones you can get a collector super rare from. So, I mean, slot 4 probably has a good chance of dropping into it. So I presume you actually want to keep slot 4 as your choice. But if you want to change your choice, you have the time that it takes for me to put your name up here on the board, and then I'm going to go and drop it for you, bro. Okay. Sticking with 4. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, we got Fractured Crown. All these sets are all worth opening, especially for me right now, because they have cards that I need for my deck. They have cards that I need for my deck for the championships in 2 weeks. So, Shelton, thanks for the super chat. You're lord of the board, and let's see if we can find one of the cards that I need from my deck, bro. First things first, let's focus up the camera, because it's always a tricky little ball bag. So let's slap some cards on there. All right. There we go. That's better. Okay, so I'm just going to read out all the cards that I'm looking for, just so we all know. Not saying that we have a chance of getting all these particular cards in this set, but I'm looking for Backup Charger, Covenant of Thorns, Gaia's Blessing, Stone Scale Band, Dungeon Guide, Escape the Wreckage, Nullify Lantern, Reprogram, Resolute Stand, and Scavenging Raccoon. And multiple of those are in this set. Yeah, Pokechosen, bro. The Nightmare Bundle is expensive and it's tiny. I just saw it in person. I do like the TV effect. It's funky as a TV effect, but my buddy told me when you open it that the TV thing, it's just a little cardboard insert, and it's just like, oh, okay. All right, so we got Steadyverse, Thieving Cut, Lurking Assailant, Deep Sea Fractal, Looking for cards for my deck and big jugs. Seek and Shot, Refract and Missile, Azure Protective Trinket, and the rare is Displace. Banish target ally, return it to the field under its owner's control rested. Putting a light encountering champion. Okay. Oh, whoa! Hey, I didn't notice. Look at that. Look, she's got some big, fat, juggly wugglies. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Fat jugs, baby. Put those over there. And put that there. All right. All right. Good job. Good job, Shelton. You did it, buddy. Man, Plinko is fun. And opening boosters is good times. And hunting for cards for my deck is also enjoyable. Because we had yesterday, out of nowhere, we hit the foil horn, which is crazy, actually. It's like, it's almost the equivalent of a dark ritual that lets you draw a card. It's pretty close to a dark ritual that also lets you draw a card. Although when I was playing against my buddy today, he put a bunch of curses on me, and it was like, every time you draw your second card in a turn, you take 8 damage. It's like, what the fuck, bro? I only have 18 life. And I kept picking up cards that were like, hey, draw cards. Hey, draw cards. It was like the perfect setup for him because I had tons of card draw, and he was able to punish me with it. But I still managed the win. I still managed to slime him. Jess, the whole point of that movie was plants like toilet water. What? Water? What, like out of the toilet? It's hilarious that like the like drinking fountains all have the like the equivalent of Gatorade in them. Oh. So yeah, you know, it's fun to be involved with other card games as well because you don't have the same like negative downside associated with it. Like when I think of Grand Archive, I don't think of a company trying to hose me and scam me with low card quality and pulling some bullshit, you know? And I'll have more information on that when I go to the championships. Not next Friday, but the Friday after. I'm going down for championship weekend, and I'll be getting a like a deck box, a playmat, all that stuff. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a good time. I got like, oh, hold on. I got the Tristan version down here. The Sylvie one is out in the other room because that's the deck that I'm actually building and playing. So I got the 2 different recollection boxes, and they are so nice. Like the quality on these is amazing. And they come with like bam. They come with fold out art, right? Like this. They give you the actual sleeves. They give you the sleeves that match. And then they give you the deck. But there's an extra pack where it gives you extra copies of all the cards in the deck. So basically, there's 4 copies of every card in here. So if your deck has like 4 of this card, 4 of this card, but then 3 of this card, 3 of this card, 2 of this card, 2 of this card, the ones that you have 3s and 2s of, the extras are in here. So you have a playset of every card that comes in here. And on top of that, they came with the 3 special edition boosters that you can get like the collector super rares in. So these are gorgeous. And I love the Sylvie one because Sylvie was the deck that I first played. She's a little beast tamer, and I think she's a lot of fun. She ain't a big jugged one. She ain't one of those, but she's a little beast master and she's fun. Hey, Spurl, thanks for the super chat, big boy. Question is, where do you want to Plinko Dinko, my friend? Choose the slot 1 to 8 where we will drop. The pack in the very middle is one of those special edition packs. So that's the big target if you want to target it. But you can target any set that you want, bro. You make the choice, I'll drop it there. Oh, speaking of doing drops, Team Scyther coming in saying Plinko Action Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Hell yeah, buddy, you too need to choose a drop slot, and you have become Lord of the Board. Thanks for the super chat, big boy. I'm fucking excited because every pack can literally have cards for my deck. I can't believe that we got the foil rare yesterday because the foils don't come up that frequently in these packs and they're high quality and it's just more exciting to get them. Magic foils, it's like, oh, you're just like, unless it's an amazing card, and even if it is an amazing card, please don't be banged up. Whereas the foils in this are so rare, anytime I get a foil, I'm just like, hey, I got a foil! Yeah! Spurl, you want to go big slot 3? You got it. And Scyther, you want to be 7? Okay. You guys have made your choices. Let's see how it be. So, number 3, Spurl. Oh, so close, man. So close. Okay, so we got the Dawn of Ashes. Let me pop another one back on there. And then 7 all the way over here. Oh, look at the fat jugs on her. Alchemical Revolution. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. All right. Let's look at some saga. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba. A saga. Grand Archive. Man, there's so many different game names that my brain twists them up. Okay, so Death Dog, this is called Grand Archive, buddy. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. So, Dawn of Ashes first. Let's go. Let's go. Juggle 'em. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the good luck wishes. Diligence says, must feel weird playing a TCG from a company that shows love for its players. Well, I have cards from a bunch of different games, so most companies don't try and hose their own players this hard, bro. Ganja, you wish LGSs around you carried Grand Archive? Yeah, they don't carry them in my city either. Oh, we got a Sylvie here. This is a level 3 Earth's Tune. So this is different than either of the Sylvies I have. What does she do? If you have cards on top of your deck until you get a Terra Element, Element of Beast, put that into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your deck in a random order. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. All right, we got Mark the Target. Blissful Calling. This is, I have 4 of these actually in my deck. Revitalizing Cleanse with the nice juggage. Hell yeah, bro. Assassin's Ripper. Juggle Knives. Favorable Winds. Peer into Mana. Ignited Stab. Hasty Messenger. Wind Rider Mage. Look at that little cutie. And Command the Hunt. So this is the rare. Costs 2 less if you haven't attacked. Your guys get +2 power and vigor until end of turn. They must attack champions. Okay. So you get +2 power to all your guys, and at the end of the turn they untap, but you have to attack their essentially what's like their commander. That doesn't seem terrible to me. Of course, I am pretty noobish when it comes to this game, but that's one of the fun things about starting a new card game is it's not, when you've played Magic forever, a lot of the stuff they make, you're like, meh, it's not that powerful. And then the other stuff they make is super powerful. It's one or the other, draft, chaff, or what? You know what I mean? But when you're a noob, more stuff seems good. Look at that. Yeah, she looks pretty good, man. Ganja, how did I get into Grand Archive? The same way I get into all card games now. Somebody hooked me up with this stuff. Somebody hooked me up with this. So I got into it because someone was like, yo, I really want you to check out this game, and if you like it, talk about it. Like, just let people know what your opinions are. And I was like, actually, no, they even said even if you don't like it, it's all good. You don't have to say you like it or whatever. I just want you to check it out and see if you like it. And it turns out that I do. So I was sent this stuff because I am fortunate in that regard. All right. Obelisk of Armaments, Reconstructive Surgery, Take aim. Oh, take aim at them jugs, yo. Convalescent Tonic. Harvest Herbs. Oh, I played this chick's deck. This is Arasana. I like Arasana. Trained Sharpshooter. I dig the colorful artwork, man. I like it. Empowering Prayer. Airship Cruiser. Strategic Warfare. Astrocyte. Look at the size of those jugs. I, too, would open my eyes if I was the universe to stare at them big titties. Fire-tuned Automaton. He looks douchey. Torrential Blast. So that's the rare. Put the top 2 cards of your deck into your graveyard. Deal an amount of damage to 1 creature equal to the amount of water element cards in your graveyard. Okay. All right. All right. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Those packs seem pretty good, guys. You done good. You done good. Jano, you're getting rid of your Magic collection? You have every Commander deck up to date and you're selling the complete collection for $150? Well, can't fault you for not wanting to be a part of a game that's not making you happy anymore. You know? If you're not enjoying yourself, what's the point? That's the whole point of these games, is to have something to do during your fun time, right? So if Magic ain't making you happy, I've gotten out of games before. I remember when I got tired of Force of Will's bullshit, and I was like, okay, forget it, man. The Ghost in the Shell set was the end for me. And like, pretty much everybody in my area had quit playing Force of Will around them because they just fucking made a whole bunch of terrible choices. So I went to the last 2 guys and was just like, I don't even care about these cards for real. $20, here you go. And they were fighting each other over who would get it for $20. So it was just like, why don't you guys just each give me 10 and split it between you? And they got so much stuff, like so many booster boxes and stuff worth of cards. Because at the end of the day, I'm done, whatever. And it's not like Magic's way easier to sell off your cards for more money. For the Force of Will stuff, it was just like, I'm annoyed enough that I'm going to dump this in the fucking trash. So may as well hook it up to these guys and get like $20. You know what I mean? Get a pizza out of it. A pizza would be of more value to me than this card game is. So I know what it's like to get sick of games and bounce out of them 100%. 100%. Gerthulu, you kind of want to get into Grand Archive. Do it up, man. Do it up, bro. Spurl, your LGS was super hesitant to take Lorcana cards. It's difficult to establish secondary markets for new games, right? Things like TCG Player and individual card sellers and maybe like one LGS here or there. Like, I asked about vendors that were going to be at the Grand Archive Championship, and apparently there will be some vendors there, and they do both buy and sell and take trade-ins and stuff. So that's a good sign for the game. And the championship is for a decent amount of money. The cards that you win for coming in like top 8 or top 4 or something like that, it might just be top 4. People buy them for thousands of dollars. People are buying the cards from Grand Archive at expensive prices. Some games I never see take off at all, and some games develop a market. And Grand Archive seems to have some legs to it, you know? I don't ever see the game becoming like the level of Magic or one of the biggest games, but do you need that? Like, do you know what I mean? I don't insist that new card games that I try out be like the top of the top, because whatever, I'll get my friends to come and play them with me. Me and my buddy were playing this. We had a good time each time we played it. So Scyther, you had a lot of homies that loved Force of Will and were so sad it died off. Exact same thing with Battle Spirits and Kaijudo. I mean, most card games aren't going to make it that long. We didn't think Magic the Gathering was going to be around for decades. When we started playing it, it was just like anything else. It's just like, okay, We're playing Axis and Allies. We're playing Shogun. We're playing Risk. We're playing whatever. Magic would just be another game we'd play for a bit and then it'd go up on the shelf and go away. And you know what? For a lot of people, that was their experience. They played it for a bit and were done with it. Some of us became obsessed and stuck around in the game. My arm movements haven't really added that many steps on. I forgot to take my watch off because keep track of all the steps that I take and shit. And when I'm sitting around flailing my arms, it messes with it. So we're going to go boom and boom. Note that down. Do other games have draft experiences like Magic? Well, when I went to the Genesis event, they had a draft. The guy running the draft did not know how to run a draft, so he was going to have everybody hand their packs all in one direction. And I said, these drafts are being done with 4 packs. We need to go left, right, left, right. And then there was a snag where people didn't know who was supposed to have what pack and how many cards were supposed to be in each pack. And I'm like, okay, everybody stop. I know how to unravel these situations. I've done it before. And I figured out where everybody was in the draft and how it was supposed to be and fixed it because I've had to do that a bunch myself when I ran drafts. So I basically took over the draft from the guy from Genesis who was running the draft when he was like, it all goes this way. And I'm like, actually, you're going to have problems with that. You want to have it alternate, right? And then that way it distributes the cards in a different way so that people have access to different colors and stuff. You don't want to send them all 4 the same way. You're not going to get good results. And then, yeah, I had to yell at people about how to track the packs and not to stack them to fucking gather and stuff. Vlockies, yep. The French printing of Delay is a hilariously named Magic card. You're absolutely right. Gerthulu, yep, you're correct, man. Magic had lore and extra depth to it because of that. Much more world building, where you'd get 3 sets on a world, and then you get 3 novels to accompany that, which was a lot of world building. And now you get five bloated articles where roughly 60 to 80% of it is filler, which is crazy. But I know that specifically because I make Fantasy Geographic videos on the lore. And when I go through the story, I'm like, there's no way I'm reading all the things that Mabel's kid said to her. And then this kid said this. And then Billy ate a bit of carrot cake. And it's like, this is nothing. This is nothing. The first installment of the Duskmorn story has so little going on that I think my video on it is like 4 or 5 minutes. They took fucking half an hour with their version. 4 or 5 minutes is all you need for the introductions. Because that's all it is. It's just introducing you to everybody in the first one. And then the 5th or 6th installment is wrapping everything up at light speed. So it's definitely had an impact. Jess, Dungeons and Dragons Magic the Gathering Worlds? You're surprised they don't exist? Well, here, let me show you something. Let me show you something, buddy. Dungeons and Dragons Strixhaven. Dungeons and Dragons Theros. So, yeah. They do. They do indeed. Don't worry, man. I'm a historian. I'm the one who's supposed to know this shit. Purge, who gives a shit, man? Honestly, who cares? Who cares if people fucking made fun of you for playing Magic in middle school? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. People made fun of me. This one chick thought I was a devil worshiper because I played D&D. You worship the devil? I'm like, yeah, we play D&D, and then when we're done, we go throw babies in dumpsters. That's absolutely what happens. We worship the devil. You're an idiot. We pretend to be fucking wizards and warriors and stuff, and we have fun playing a game of imagination. You know, like the game of imagination you're having right now, like there's actually devil worshipping cults and stuff like that, because you've had your head filled with fucking nonsense, and you think because we play a fucking game with paper and dice that we worship the devil. Like, if you thought that I was a devil worshiper, wouldn't you be like more worried about me? Like, for real, for real. You think I worship like this evil ultra planar being who will reward me for being awful and evil and full of sin and committing atrocities, shouldn't you be terrified of talking to me? I would be. If I thought somebody worshipped a fucking demon, like if I had a religious belief where a fucking demon existed, and then I thought people worshipped that demon, I wouldn't casually ask them about it. I wouldn't fucking talk to them at all. I would stay away from them. I wouldn't take away their game pieces and go, you can't have this, it's witchcraft and whatever. And it's like, look, if I'm involved in witchcraft and demon worship, you better watch the fuck out. Because I got powers and you're going to get it. You know? Like... That's right, Jess. Not only do they exist, but I have them. I've got all kinds of stuff in my library over here. Comic books, magazines, extra things that were created as side things for Magic. Not my collection is far from complete, but I have a lot. Sometimes I wonder if it might be too much weight on my shelves, you know? I have every Magic novel. Purge, I don't know what you're even talking about, man. I think that it would be healthy for you to let go of any baggage that you have from the past about being made fun of for playing a game that you played when you were a kid, and now thinking somehow that there's similar people who now are allowed to play Magic and enjoying it and are playing and having fun. Who fucking cares? Like, that doesn't affect your life, bro, at all. At all. That's not a healthy way to think for you. You know what I mean? Like, genuinely, you're doing yourself a disservice by thinking that way. Who cares if people made fun of you as a kid? Guess what? People are fucking assholes as kids. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People talk shit about me every day as an adult. It's happening every day. People leave comments shit-talking me here and in other places. And I don't fucking care. Fuck them, bro. I'm going to enjoy what I'm going to enjoy. That's all that matters. Life is short. You don't know how long you got, and you need to enjoy every moment. So carrying around baggage like that benefits you nothing. You don't gain anything from that. And on top of that, guess what? No amount of being upset, hurt, or angry about that shit is going to change a fucking thing. The only thing you can do is change your mindset for the better and enjoy your life more, bro. For real, for real. Chewy, I am fucking free of all sin, bro. I will automatically ascend to heaven free of all sin, as will everybody who has super chatted me in my live streams, everybody who has a channel membership, all my patrons, all of them will automatically ascend to heaven free of all sins. It doesn't even matter if you just bludgeoned 80 old ladies with hammers and stuff. God's just like, I heard you supported Hatcher and the Magic Historian, so come on in, big boy, you're cool with me. I saw the way you malleted that grandma, bro. You got skill. I like the way you work the hammer. So, that's just the reality. That's just the reality of that. Diligence, yeah, Dr. Seuss. Those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind. If you're new to D&D, how do you pick an easy character to play as? I mean, every character is reasonably easy to play as. Just don't put too much pressure on yourself. Pick what you think is cool, you know? Pick what you think is cool. Do you think it's cool to be a wizard? Be a wizard. You want to be a big old barbarian? Whatever, man. Just pick a cool concept. And you don't even have to come up with the concept yourself if you don't want to. You can literally just go, I'm going to make my guy like Conan. I'm going to make my guy like Merlin. Like, you can do that. You can use other things for inspiration. That's totally fine. You can do that. It's all about having a good time. It's all about having a good time. That's it, Diligence. You got to buy your way in. Corner, is Hatcher my last name? It is. That's why my stream archive is called Hatcher Streams. That's why my movie review channel is going to be called Hatcher Movie Talks or something like that. That's why my other channel that is not either of those two channels that I mentioned and isn't Fantasy Geographic is called Hatcher. Because I have 4 YouTube channels with a 5th one on the way. I got 4 babies with a 5th one on the way. That's right, Kay. Hammer them grandmas. Zap, you traded your borderless crypt for a borderless mana vault. There you go. Same difference. You got your fancy manas. You got your fancy manas. Scyther, you follow the religion of the packs. Fair enough, man. Crack them packs. Kakoshi, sorcery historian soon. I did an opening of my sorcery stuff over a year ago, but I'll be real. I'll only open more sorcery if fucking somebody sends me some. Either the company or somebody else. That's it. That's it. I have a rule where I'm not spending money on any fucking TCG other than Magic. I don't have that much money even to spend on things like Magic. So pretty much everything, including Magic, that I get is people hooking me up with it. That's it. That's it. I get to live my dream of being an entertainer because I keep my costs low. So if the choice is between getting to do this full time or having to go and get a job and being able to buy other fucking TCGs and more Magic, fuck that shit. I can live without it. You know? That's the reality. That's the reality. So yeah, you'll have to go on over to the Sorcerer's Den for your sorcery hookup, right? Habanero likes to imagine that up at the pearly gates of heaven, there's a side entrance with a bouncer that has a sign that says, Hatcher Support Club entrance, like a heavenly nightclub. Well, you know they'll let you in, buddy, because guess whose name's on the roll of Mega Glory? There you are. There you are. You made it, bro. You made it, Habanero. What up? Break stop. Late to the stream, but chill as ever. There you go. Being chill is the way to go. That's the way to go. Spurl, I need to write a book. About what? About what? Being fucking handsome 24/7? There you go. Millmaster with the Darwin quote. If there is a God, he watches Hatcher. It makes sense. It makes sense. He made me in his own image. Pretty nice. Well, Habanero, I appreciate you've been supporting me for so long, Chief. Fucking good times. It's good times. I told Carly that you get to go and rub the governor's elbows. I was like, I talked about your sister and said, what was it? Life's lifelong goal, lifelong dream. And then she's like, it's been the governor's lifelong dream to meet Habanero. I'm like, yep, that's absolutely it. That's it. Kakoshi, aliens are a mathematical certainty given the scope of the universe, right? Given the fact that there's like pretty much infinite worlds, mathematically there must be aliens somewhere. But the probability dictates that they're so far away that while they exist, it has fundamentally no impact on our existence because we will never encounter them. And maybe at some point in the future, robots created by us sent out in a spaceship to go way further than mankind can. And robots sent by them will meet somewhere in deep space. And then the information will be transmitted back to us years and years later. You know? Peace out, Purge. Zap, you love watching my Magic Historian video. The intro always cracks you up. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Carly says, we're the aliens. Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp. Might the aliens also be big feet? Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Governor says, I got governors lining out the door to touch my elbows. That makes sense. Keep them spread wide apart so they can only touch one at a time, you know? Keep one back like this and one out like this. Do I think humanity will need to find a new planet at some point? It's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if they'll do so much damage that the technological innovations won't be able to keep up. No idea. And I have no idea where they would end up either, you know? I don't know if it's a matter of can you actually terraform one of the inhospitable planets near us, or do you just go and look for an M-class planet? Where did that come from? Star Control, I think, from a Genesis game. Is that where I got M-class planet from? So I think some video game. Something sci-fi. Something sci-fi. Retire, it'd be fun to make a Grand Archive deck. Do it up. You can there's a bunch of precons that you can just get. You don't even have to worry about building your own deck from the start and trying to get all the different cards if you don't want to. There's plenty of precons. I don't have any of the newest set that just came out, but I have precons from multiple sets. And I agree with you. Sorcery and Grand Archive are both good looking. They're good looking cards. Diligence, it's in Star Trek as well. All right. I believe it. I wouldn't be surprised if those games stole from Star Trek. What up? What? You love my live streams for off-the-cuff vocabulary and carefree cussing and insight? Sweet. Thanks, buddy. And I will tell you this. Listen to your heart. Do what the fuck you want, man. That's it. Make your own decisions. Understand, everybody's going to have an opinion about what you should do. But if it makes you feel happier to do things one way, you do things one way, you know? What was it? They say the best people to take advice from are the people who are doing what you want to be doing. Or don't take advice from people who aren't doing what you want to be doing. But who knows? I mean, when I started, people told me, you got to do giveaways and all this fucking other shit. And I was like, I'm not doing giveaways. You have to do giveaways or you won't get subscribers. And I'm like, listen, man, if I have to bribe people to watch my content, then my content ain't worth watching. So no, fuck that. I got to take you to the movies and then suck your dick while you're there? I don't fucking think so. No. I'll make the content, hand it out for free, and then people can give me stuff if they enjoy it. They can fucking reward me because they're getting something from me. They don't have to, but they can. But nah. I always felt like giveaways is admitting that your content is fucking shit and that you got to bribe people. But other people feel like they just like giving people stuff. Like Moxman. Moxman likes to give people stuff. And he genuinely does. So what I've said doesn't apply to him. I don't think of Moxman doing giveaways to try and get people to follow him. But that is my gut reaction to the concept. And it offends my ego that people would say, yo, you need to fucking do giveaways. I'm like, I ain't doing fucking giveaways. My content is the giveaway. I put my fucking time and effort into this shit and I set it up for you for free. So go enjoy it or don't. But if you think that I'm going to fucking make a movie for you and then give you a Snickers bar, suck my dick. Right? Zircon, the going and looking is not so easy and takes absurd amounts of time. Exactly. Madtown says, the only opinion you need is Hatchers. There you go, buddy. There you go. Spurl, the book could just be the live streams. Oh, you just want some fucking rambling? Kikoshi, I'm bribing with insults, giving away insults counts. That's because you're a fucking dullard. All right? Pokechosen! I can't actually do anything without a script. All of my videos and all of my live streams are 100% scripted. Like, completely scripted. I do not do anything unscripted. Never have. Never will. Millmaster says, it never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Well, a lot of that is because you care about yourself and like think that what happens around you will affect your standing in the world and shit like that, right? So ultimately, caring about others' opinions is caring about yourself. Take that, Fruit Loop. Kikoshi, have I ever had my fortune read? Yes. And it was just one word. Glory! Nah, man. Nah, I've never had my fortune read because I don't believe in that shit. But I do got a bag of fortune cookies. So let's see what my fucking fortune is right now. I remember I was at a party where there was this chick who was doing fortune telling. And I said to my friends, I was like, do you think I should go up to that fortune teller chick and ask her to read the fattest vein on my cock and tell me what my future is? Madtown says, the script just says, don't swear. I accidentally left a swearing screw up in one of my more recent videos where I went, fucking god damn it. And like people are talking about it in the comments, and I'm like, what are they talking about? And then I fucking clicked into that part of the video, heard myself go, fucking goddamn it, and then I went, fucking goddamn it, that's not supposed to be in there. All right, my future. I'm gonna pass a difficult test. Oh yeah, I passed the test. Pyre says, fun fact, this live stream was recorded 10 years ago. Yup. So yeah, fortune telling is bullshit, just like astrology and everything else. Well, like, if you were a genuine fortune teller, you would never offer your services to anybody. You would probably not want to interact with people. You wouldn't want to know their futures. You'd know horrible things about them. If anybody had that ability, they would use it for personal gain. If you told anybody else, you'd just end up getting murdered or captured by the fucking government and forced to use your... Like, it would only lead to bad fucking things. It would only lead to bad things, right? So anybody who's offering to tell you the future for $20, the future is you're a sucker and you're going to be out $20. Speaking of which, who wants their fortune told for $20? My favorite fortune cookie of all time is the one that Carly got that said, keep mouth shut, stupid. And that was amazing. It said the golden rule, keep mouth shut, stupid. And I'm like, even the fortune cookie thinks you should shut up. That's amazing. That's amazing. But yeah, for real, I don't use scripts at all. You know what? I have some scripted lines sometimes I write for sponsored stuff where I'm like, I want to say this way or whatever. I make notes usually. I never have a script in the terms of here's exactly what I'm going to say unless I need to do it with another person. If there's another person involved, I'll write out what both people are going to say, and there can be some variation on it, but I'll write out what both people are going to say roughly for the benefit of the other person so that I can run them through it. I'll say this, you say this. I say this, you say this, the kind of thing, right? But that's it. I don't do scripts, so it's funny when people are like, I see you looking off camera at your script, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't looking off camera at the script. That's me looking to make sure the battery ain't dying. You see my eye darting over? Sometimes it's because I'm like, shit, is this recording about to shut off on me? Kakoshi, some people want to be lied to. People genuinely believe. I met a magician at a wedding, and I watched how he fucking did tricks, like his psychic number trick, where it's just like, I'm going to write down a number. And he's like, you think of a number, hold it in your head, hold it in your head, hold it in your head. Okay, I'm going to write down. And then he goes like this. And then, okay, what was your number? And he's like, okay, tell me the number. And then he goes like this over the page with his fucking empty hand and flips the page around, and it's your number every time. And it's because he has this tiny little fucking pretty much invisible thing tucked into his hand with a little bit of lead sticking out. And while he's waving his hand around, he's actually marking your number onto the page. And so I watched him do the trick and was like, oh, that's pretty good. And like, I'm like, it's wild that people think this stuff is real. And he's like, bro, some people genuinely like ask me for help and try and get me to like tell them what's going to happen in their future and shit because they believe it. And I'm like, that's fucking wild. That's crazy. That all it takes is go think of a number and then zoom, zoom, zoom. Like, it's not that hard to fool people, right? So, like, there's a lot of people who are really dumb. Average intelligence is frighteningly low. Somebody who's of average intelligence, it's scary how not smart that is. And then there's a lot of people dumber than that. Like, there's a lot of stupid people in the world. It's wild. It's wild. Music, this is the best pre-scripted live stream you've ever seen. Well, I'll learn that later when I read the comments after the streams ended, because I'm not here during the streams. Yeah, Kakoshi, religions of the past and stuff absolutely would use illusions to create the concept. Wow, they have powers. The doors are opening on their own. And it's like there's a mechanism inside the doors. Nope, it's the power of Glom Glam, the Ultra God. Oh, he's opening the door for his faithful. All we have to do is sacrifice all of our bananas and our daughters who have come of age. Here you go, God. Take them into the banana plow cave. I don't know why they call it that. I don't know what it means. I hope it's not that the old priests are eating bananas and fucking our daughters. No, if you come back tomorrow, you'll find that all the bananas are gone. Just the peels are here. And lo and behold, all your daughters are pregnant. God came down and he was happy. He has impregnated all of your daughters after consuming the necessary potassium from all of these bananas. Praise Glamglorm! Praise him! You will all have godchildren that look suspiciously like me. That's it, Wad. That's the deal. Glam the Ultra God taking the daughters to the banana plow cave. Jess, you don't know magic's fake. You believe in chi, bro. That's just magic by another name. You're like, I don't believe in magic, but I do believe that this guy can go like this and fucking force push bowls of water with chi. You can't say you don't believe in magic and then show me shit that is literally the equivalent of magic and go, but I do believe in this. Like, for real, bro. You can't believe in chi and go, I don't believe in magic. You do. You just believe in one that has a fucking Asian name. McNugsy, you're sold? You're sold on the religion? Excellent. Bring your newly 18-year-old daughters and 2 reams of bananas. Cause I'm gonna ream her with the banana. I mean, the glory of the Ultra God will fill her womb with my dong and 2 banana peels. It's all in the name of the God. Stop crying. You're having a good time. Blessings be upon you. The power of the Ultra God compels you to touch my weenus. It's the staff of the prophet. Music, have I ever dated somebody from my local game store? No. There was one chick who was into me, but I was still too young then to take advantage of the situation. So I could have dated this chick. She had a nice fucking big rack too and everything. She was cute. But at that point, I was not comfortable with chicks, so I did not. Like, she basically offered to be my girlfriend, and I just didn't say anything, like an idiot, because I was stupid, right? So that's how that went. And then, but I have met chicks at Magic events, like, just not my local game store, you know? I've met them at different places where we played Magic, and I've definitely, like Carly played Magic when I met her. So the first time we hung out, I brought her some stuff from Magic the Gathering. And then we talked about how we had been cheated on in the past, and we both cried in the subway together. That was like our first fucking date. We sat in a subway talking about life and whatever. And then it got around to that shit. It ain't a bummer, music. It's all good, man. The fucking ladies love me. I've had no lack of female attention. Trust me. Getting female companionship is easy for me. I'm fucking delightful. I'm fun. Ladies love Cool Mike. I'm like LL Cool J, but with an M. There's been, there was chicks in fucking high school who straight up liked me, and I didn't understand the signs of a chick liking me back then. Because women's obvious signals aren't like a man's signals, where it's just like, hey, I straight up like you, want to be with you, with the exception of that chick saying she wanted to be my girlfriend or whatever. That one was more on the nose. That one I just froze up like a deer in the fucking headlights. Blue Cat says true. She knows what's up. Master says the only time was a one night stand with a chick at the LGS and in 9 months loot was the result. That's funny. That's funny. Diligence, listen. That Kool-Aid mug was a travesty that happened to me. That happened to me. I did not want that to happen at all. Thank you very much. That was a travesty. That was a travesty. I'm gonna check something here. Okay, good. Everything is the way it should be. Oh, no. Boca Jones says, I gotta send in a mug to the P.O. box that has Hatch's face photoshopped on the Kool-Aid man's body. Oh, no! That was not an oh yeah moment in my life, let me tell you. Let me tell you. The mug pisser was a freak. She was a freak. All right. Well, we're going to be wrapping up soon. So last call for Plinko if anybody wants some. Because I'm going to be jamming out real soon. Habanero, you believe in cheese? Someday you'll have a sexy robot girlfriend with an on-off switch in her yip-yap. How sad is it that guy finds a dirty robot in the trash and then the on switch is between her legs and he's all bashful about flipping it? It's like, good Lord, bro. This is like if you're afraid to finger a toaster, not because it's plugged in and you're worried about getting electrocuted, but because you're bashful. Oh no. Oh no. Please don't finger my robot hole. It's Chobits is so dumb. It's so dumb. I wonder what's going to happen to society when dudes can just have, like, sex robots. And they're just like, I don't need to try and date women. It's daunting. It's too much for me. I'm just going to get a robot AI lady that just tells me whatever I want to hear and knows how to tug my ball bag down while calling me Captain Cooties. You got cooties. You're the grossest kid on the playground. Yank on the ball bag. Oh my God. If a chick ever yanked on my ball bag, I'd be like, what are you doing? Are you out of your mind? Hey, Jupple! Jupple coming in. Ready to claim his 5th fucking win. His 5th win. That's going to get you onto the roll of Mega Glory, Jupple. You're going to make it, boy. You're going to make it. Thanks for the fat lemon, son. Pick a slot for the drop. Oh, speaking of picking slots, Ballwagon says, one last Plinko drop for Jess. Jess, choose a slot. Bo has blessed you. Looks like Jupple's winning tonight. All right, so pull up the Plinko. Whoop. All right, Jess is number 5. Jupple's got to choose. Dealer's choice? Okay. Well, I'm going to aim for the middle here, bro. I'm going to go 4. Jess is going to go 5. And then we got the greatest chance of trying to get this girl right here. So, Jupple. Fuck yeah! We get to open one of the awesome packs. Hell yeah. All right. Hold on. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Jess will hit it too. With that 5. Let's go. 5 alive, baby. Nice. Oh, nope. Never mind. Not Dawn of Ashes. Fractured Ground. Every single one that lands is nice. It's perfect no matter which one it is, but it's extra perfect if it's that one. Oh, you guys didn't see that, but I almost knocked the board over. Okay. Bam. And bam. So, First of all, we got the recollection. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save it till second. I'm going to do it in reverse order because that's the more exciting one. So that's what we'll end off with. We'll end off with that as the finale because it has the highest chance of having something crazy. It probably won't, but it has the highest chance. Now, let's see if we get something from my deck or some nice fat jugs. Either are acceptable. We're starting with a dude dancing in the woods with a flute. Get out of here, goof. Then we got a bag of money, owned by fire, whatever. Another dude. Jess, come on, man. What is this? Wind Rider Innkeeper. Okay, she's got some jugs. They're not that big, but we got some. All right, we're getting somewhere. Frostbinder Apostle. And then the rare is Voltaic Sphere. Oh, it's like an Oblivion Void. What does it do? 3 damage to target. If it's a creature, 5 instead. Banish it from your graveyard. The next arcane spell costs 1 less to cast. Okay. All right. Not too shabby. Now, for the recollection booster, can we get a collector super rare? That's what we're looking for. A CSR. Oh, well, good news is we're starting out with a nice looking lady with a decent rack. Retold Fortune. Oh, a drone. Hey, this is what I was talking about. Robots with big titties. Hell yeah, man. Let's do it. Then we got, a dodge roll. You can't dodge me, honey. Oh, boo. Get out of here, dude. And then a book. Oh, cool. It's a foil. Yo, it's a foil rare. Hell yeah. Hold on. Let me get a sleeve for that. Let me grab a sleeve for that guy. Oh, let me get a sleeve for that guy. Nice. Foil rare. So what does it do? At the beginning of your end phase, if you control 4 or more tokens, draw a card into your memory. Really? Every turn? What? That seems good, man. That seems good. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to put that over there. Scorching Trap. A Buried Grief. And then we got Bertha, the Spry Howitzer. Oh, she's a super rare. Fast activation, range 2. And on enter, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. You can activate a ranger. So you can cast somebody who costs 2 or less for free. Okay. That seems pretty good. Those two together. That's a great pack. As far as I'm concerned. That's good times. All right. Thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. Jupple, you did it. This is your 5th win. You will be added to the roll of Mega Glory. You guys all have a great night, and I will catch up with you again tomorrow. But for now, into the waters I go.